How does one become a Brahmin? And how does one attain to knowledge? How has one the triple knowledge? And how is one called a holy scholar? How does one become an arahant? And how does one attain completeness? How is one a silent sage? And how is one called a Buddha? Then the Blessed One spoke these stanzas in reply. Who knows about his former lives, sees heaven and states of deprivation, and has arrived at birth's destruction. A sage who knows by direct knowledge, who knows his mind is purified, entirely freed from every lust, who has abandoned birth and death, who is complete in the holy life, who has transcended everything, one such as this is called a Buddha. When this was said, the Brahmin Brahmayu rose from his seat, and after arranging his upper robe on one shoulder, he prostrated himself with his head at the Blessed One's feet, and he covered the Blessed One's feet with kisses and caressed them with his hands, pronouncing his name. I am the Brahmin Brahmayu, Master Gotama. I am the Brahmin Brahmayu, Master Gotama. Those in the assembly wondered and marvelled, and they said, It is wonderful, sirs, it is marvellous what great power and great might the recluse Gotama has, for the well-known and famous Brahmin Brahmayu to make such a display of humility. Then the Blessed One said to the Brahmin Brahmayu, Enough, Brahmin, arise. Sit down in your own seat, since your own mind has confidence in me. The Brahmin Brahmayu then rose and sat down in his own seat. The Blessed One then gave him progressive instruction, that is, talk on giving, talk on virtue, talk on the heavens. He explained the danger, degradation, and defilement in sensual pleasures, and the blessing of renunciation. When he knew that the Brahmin Brahmayu's mind was ready, receptive, free from hindrances, elated and confident, he expounded to him the teaching special to the Buddhas, suffering, its origin, its cessation, and the path. Just as a clean cloth with all marks removed would take dye evenly, so too, while the Brahmin Brahmayu sat there, the spotless, immaculate vision of the Dhamma arose in him. All that is subject to arising is subject to cessation. Then the Brahmin Brahmayu saw the Dhamma, attained the Dhamma, understood the Dhamma, fathomed the Dhamma. He crossed beyond doubt, did away with perplexity, gained intrepidity, and became independent of others in the teacher's dispensation. Then he said to the Blessed One, Magnificent, Master Gotama, magnificent, Master Gotama. Master Gotama has made the Dhamma clear in many ways, as though he were turning upright what had been overthrown, revealing what was hidden, showing the way to one who was lost, or holding up a lamp in the dark for those with eyesight to see forms. I go to Master Gotama for refuge, and to the Dhamma, and to the Sangha of bhikkhus. From today let Master Gotama remember me as a lay follower who has gone to him for refuge for life. Let the Blessed One, together with the Sangha of bhikkhus, consent to accept tomorrow's meal from me. The Blessed One consented in silence. Then, knowing that the Blessed One had consented, the Brahmin Brahmayu rose from his seat, and after paying homage to the Blessed One, keeping him on his right, he departed. Then when the night had ended, the Brahmin Brahmayu had good food of various kinds prepared in his residence, and he had the time announced to the Blessed One, It is time, Master Gotama, the meal is ready. Then, it being morning, the Blessed One dressed, and taking his bowl and outer robe, he went with the Sangha of bhikkhus to the Brahmin Brahmayu's residence, and sat down on the seat made ready. Then, for a week, with his own hands, the Brahmin Brahmayu served and satisfied the Sangha of bhikkhus, headed by the Buddha with various kinds of good food. At the end of that week, the Blessed One set out to wander in the country of the Vidayans. soon after he had gone, the Brahmin Brahmayu died. Then a number of bhikkhus went to the Blessed One, and after paying homage to him, they sat down at one side and said, "Venerable Sir, the Brahmin Brahmayu has died. What is his destination? What is his future course?" Bhikkhus, the Brahmin Brahmayu was wise. He entered into the way of the Dhamma, and he did not trouble me in the interpretation of the Dhamma. With the destruction of the 5 lower fetters, he has reappeared spontaneously in the pure abodes, and will there attain final nibbana without ever returning from that world. That is what the Blessed One said. The bhikkhus were satisfied and delighted in the Blessed One's words. 92. Sela Sutta, to Sela. Summary. The Brahmin Sela questions the Buddha, gains faith in him, and becomes a monk along with his company of pupils. Thus have I heard. On one occasion the Blessed One was wandering in the country of the Anguttarapans, with a large sangha of bhikkhus, with 1,250 bhikkhus, and eventually he arrived at a town of the Anguttarapans named Apana. The matted-hair ascetic Keniya heard the recluse Gotama, the son of the Sakyans who went forth from a Sakyan clan, has been wandering in the country of the Anguttarapans with a large sangha of bhikkhus, with 1,250 bhikkhus, and he has come to Apana. Now a good report of Master Gotama has been spread to this effect. Now it is good to see such arahants. Then the matted-hair ascetic Keniya went to the Blessed One and exchanged greetings with him. And when this courteous and amiable talk was finished, he sat down at one side. The Blessed One instructed, urged, roused, and gladdened him with a talk on the Dhamma. Then, having been instructed, urged, roused, and gladdened by the Blessed One with a talk on the Dhamma, the matted-hair ascetic Keniya said to the Blessed One, "Let Master Gotama, together with the sangha of bhikkhus, consent to accept tomorrow's meal from me." When this was said, the Blessed One told him, "The sangha of bhikkhus is large, Keniya, consisting of 1,250 bhikkhus, and you place full confidence in the Brahmins." A second time the matted-hair ascetic Keniya said to the Blessed One, "Although the sangha of bhikkhus is large, Master Gotama, consisting of 1,250 bhikkhus, and although I place full confidence in the Brahmins, still let Master Gotama, together with the sangha of bhikkhus, consent to accept tomorrow's meal from me." A second time the Blessed One told him, "The sangha of bhikkhus is large, Keniya." A third time the matted-hair ascetic Keniya said to the Blessed One, "Although the sangha is large, Master Gotama, still let Master Gotama, together with the sangha of bhikkhus, consent to accept tomorrow's meal from me." The Blessed One consented in silence. Then, knowing that the Blessed One had consented, the matted-hair ascetic Keniya rose from his seat and went to his own hermitage, where he addressed his friends and companions, his kinsmen and relatives, thus, "Hear me, sirs, my friends and companions, my kinsmen and relatives. The recluse Gotama has been invited by me for tomorrow's meal, together with the sangha of bhikkhus. Make the necessary purchases and preparations for me." "Yes, sir," they replied, and some dug out ovens, some chopped wood, some washed dishes, some set out water jugs, some prepared seats, while the matted-hair ascetic Keniya himself set up a pavilion. Now on that occasion the Brahmin Sela was staying at Apana. He was a master of the 3 Vedas with their vocabularies, liturgy, phonology and etymology, and the histories as a 5th. Skilled in philology and grammar, he was fully versed in natural philosophy and in the marks of a great man, and was teaching the recitation of the hymns to 300 Brahmin students. At the time, the matted-hair ascetic Keniya had placed full confidence in the Brahmin Sela. Then the Brahmin Sela, while walking and wandering for exercise, attended by his 300 Brahmin students, came to the matted-hair ascetic Keniya's hermitage. There he saw some men digging out ovens, some chopping wood, some washing dishes, some setting up a water pot, some preparing seats, while the matted-hair ascetic Kenir himself was preparing the pavilion. When he saw this, he asked the matted-hair ascetic Kenir, "What, is Master Kenir to hold a marriage or a giving in marriage? Or is there some great sacrifice? Or has King Senir Bimbisara of Magadha been invited with a large retinue for tomorrow's meal?" "I will not be holding a marriage or a giving in marriage, Master Seller. Nor has King Senir Bimbisara of Magadha been invited with a large retinue for tomorrow's meal. But I am planning a great sacrifice. The recluse Gotama, the son of the Sakyans who went forth from a Sakyan clan, has been wandering in the country of the Angutarapans with a large sangha of bhikkhus, with 1,250 bhikkhus, and has come to Apana. Now a good report of Master Gotama has been spread to this effect. That Blessed One is accomplished, fully enlightened, perfect in true knowledge and conduct, sublime, knower of worlds, incomparable leader of persons to be tamed, teacher of gods and humans, enlightened, blessed. He has been invited by me for tomorrow's meal together with the sangha of bhikkhus." "Did you say Buddha, Kenir?" "I said Buddha, Seller." "Did you say Buddha, Kenir?" "I said Buddha, Seller." Then it occurred to the Brahmin Seller, even this sound, Buddha, is hard to come across in this world. Now the 32 marks of a great man have been handed down in our hymns, and the great man who is endowed with them has only 2 possible destinies, no other. If he lives the home life, he becomes a wheel-turning monarch, a righteous king who rules by the Dhamma, master of the 4 quarters, all victorious, who has stabilized his country and possesses the 7 treasures. He has these 7 treasures: the wheel treasure, the elephant treasure, the horse treasure, the jewel treasure, the woman treasure, the steward treasure, and the counselor treasure as the 7th. His children, who exceed 1,000, are brave and heroic, and crush the armies of others. Over this earth bounded by the ocean he rules without a rod, without a weapon, by means of the Dhamma. But if he goes forth from the home life into homelessness, he becomes an accomplished one, a fully enlightened one, who draws aside the veil in the world. He said, "My good Kenir, where is Master Gotama, the accomplished one, the fully enlightened one, now living?" When this was said, the matted-hair ascetic Kenir extended his right arm and said, "There, where that green line of the grove is, Master Seller." Then the Brahmin Seller went with the 300 Brahmin students to the Blessed One. He addressed the Brahmin students, "Come quietly, sirs, tread carefully, for these Blessed Ones are difficult to approach like lions that wander alone. When I am speaking with the recluse Gotama, do not break in and interrupt me, but wait until our talk is finished." Then the Brahmin Seller went to the Blessed One and exchanged greetings with him. When this courteous and amiable talk was finished, he sat down at one side and looked for the 32 marks of a great man on the Blessed One's body. He saw more or less the 32 marks of a great man on the Blessed One's body, except 2. He was doubtful and uncertain about 2 of the marks, and he could not decide and make up his mind about them, about the male organ being enclosed in a sheath, and about the largeness of the tongue. Then it occurred to the Blessed One, "This Brahmin Seller sees the 32 marks of a great man on me, except 2. He is doubtful and uncertain about 2 of the marks, and he cannot decide and make up his mind about them, about the male organ being enclosed in a sheath, and about the largeness of the tongue." Then the Blessed One worked such a feat of supernormal power that the Brahmin Seller saw the Blessed One's male organ was enclosed in a sheath. Next, the Blessed One extruded his tongue, and he repeatedly touched both ear holes and both nostrils, and he covered the whole of his forehead with his tongue. Then the Brahmin sailor thought, the recluse Gautama is endowed with the 32 marks of a great man. They are complete, not incomplete. But I do not know whether he is a Buddha or not. However, I have heard from elder aged Brahmins who speak according to the lineage of teachers that those who are the accomplished ones, fully enlightened ones, reveal themselves as such when their praise is spoken. Suppose I extol the recluse Gautama to his face with fitting stanzas. Then he extolled the Blessed One to his face with fitting stanzas. Sailor. O perfect in body, well-favoured, well-fashioned and lovely to behold, O Blessed One, golden is your colour, and white your teeth. You are strong. The features are seen one and all that distinguish a man as well-born. They are all to be found on your body, these marks that reveal a great man. With eyes clear, with countenance bright, majestic, erect as a flame, in the midst of this body of recluses you shine like the blazing sun. A bhikkhu so lovely to look on, with skin so golden a sheen, with beauty so rare, why should you be content with the life of a recluse? You are fit to be a king, a lord of charioteers, a monarch who makes the wheel turn, a victor in all the 4 quarters, and lord of the jambu-tree grove. With warriors and great princes all devoted to your service, O Gautama, you should reign as ruler of men, king above all kings. Buddha. I am already a king, O sailor, the Blessed One replied. I am supreme king of the Dhamma. By means of the Dhamma I turn the wheel that none can stop. Sailor. You claim full enlightenment, the Brahmin sailor said. You tell me, O Gautama, I am supreme king of the Dhamma. By means of the Dhamma I turn the wheel. Who is your general, that disciple who follows in the master's own way? Who is it who helps you to turn the wheel of the Dhamma set in motion by you? Buddha. The wheel set in motion by me, the Blessed One replied, that same supreme wheel of Dhamma. Sariputta, the Tathagata's son, helps me in turning this wheel. What must be known is directly known. What must be developed has been developed. What must be abandoned has been abandoned. Therefore, Brahmin, I am a Buddha. So put away all your doubts about me, and let resolution take their place, for it is always hard to gain sight of the enlightened ones. I am the one whose presence in the world is very rarely come upon. I am the fully enlightened one. I, O Brahmin, am the supreme physician. I am the Holy One without an equal, who has crushed all Mara's teeming hordes. Having defeated all my enemies, I rejoice free from fear. Sailor. O sirs, hear this, hear what he says. The man of vision, the physician, the mighty hero who roars like a lion in the forest, who, even though of outcast birth, would not believe him when he saw that he is the Holy One, without an equal, who has crushed all Mara's teeming hordes. Now let him follow me who wants, and who wants not, let him depart. For I will go forth under him, this man of lofty wisdom. Pupils. If, O sir, you now approve this teaching of the Enlightened One, we too will go forth under him, this man of lofty wisdom. Sailor. There are 300 Brahmins here who, with uplifted hands, implore, O may we live the holy life under you, O Blessed One. Buddha. The holy life is well proclaimed, O seller, said the Blessed One, to be seen here and not delayed. One who trains with diligence will find a fruitful going forth. Then the Brahmin seller and his assembly received the going forth under the Blessed One, and they received the full admission.